27 African countries with the highest unemployment rate. There are millions of adults who want well-paying professions so they can make money, live their best lives, and retire in luxury. While many developed nations promise good jobs, the same cannot be true for many African nations. Millions of physically fit adults on the continent have been routinely denied the opportunity to earn a job for years. And the very high unemployment rates that are present throughout the continent are the cause of this. The average youth unemployment rate in Africa in 2022 is about 13%. In some nations, the situation is particularly appalling. Let's look at 27 African countries with the highest unemployment rates. Number 1. South Africa. South Africa is a biodiversity hotspot with unique biomes, plant and animal life. With over 60 million people, the country is the world's 23rd most populated. It also is the second richest country in this grouping. The World Bank estimated GDP per capita to be $6,994.2 in 2021. Yet it has the highest unemployment rate in Africa. South Africa's unemployment rate fell to 33.9% in the second quarter of 2022. Number 2. The Republic of Djibouti. Djibouti is a country in the Horn of Africa, bordered by Somalia, Ethiopia, and Eritrea. Djibouti gained independence in 1977 from France and joins the United States that same year. Unemployment rate in Djibouti is expected to reach 28.60% by the end of 2022, according to Trading Economics Global Macro Models and Analyst Expectations. 3. Equatorial Guinea. Officially the Republic of Equatorial Guinea, it is a small country in Central Africa that has a mainland region and an insular region, which consists of the Bioko Islands in the Gulf of Guinea and Annobon, a volcanic island. Equatorial Guinea has just 28,050 square kilometers of land, ranking 144th in the world, and its population is in line with this. The country also has a low population density of just 24 people per square kilometer, with an estimated unemployment rate of 9.20%. 4. Botswana. With an average annual growth rate of about 5% over the previous 10 years, Botswana's economy is currently one of the fastest growing in the world. During the first 30 years of the nation's independence, the growth in employment in the private sector was on the order of 10% annually. Following a period of economic stagnation at the beginning of the 21st century, Botswana's economy experienced rapid expansion, with GDP growth exceeding 6 to 7% targets. The African Development Bank has commended Botswana for maintaining one of the longest economic booms in history. Despite all of this, it has an estimated unemployment rate of 24.7%. 5. Lesotho. The economy of Lesotho is based on agriculture, livestock, manufacturing, and mining, and it depends heavily on the inflows of workers' payments and receipts from the Southern African Customs Union. Lesotho is geographically surrounded by South Africa and is economically integrated with it as well. It has an estimated unemployment rate of 24.6%. 6. Congo. The economy of the Republic of the Congo is a mixture of subsistence hunting and agriculture, an industrial sector based largely on petroleum extraction and support services. Government spending is characterized by budget problems and overstaffing. Petroleum has supplanted forestry as the mainstay of the economy, providing a major share of government revenues and exports. Congo has an estimated unemployment rate of 23%. 7. Eswatini. Officially the Kingdom of Eswatini and formerly named Swaziland, it is a landlocked country in southern Africa. It is bordered by Mozambique to its northwest and South Africa to its north. The unemployment rate in Eswatini increased to 25.8% in 2021. The maximum rate was 28.6%, as stated by the International Labour Organization. Number 8. Gabon. The economy of Gabon is characterized by strong links with France, large foreign investments, dependence on skilled foreign labor, and a decline in agriculture. Gabon enjoys a per capita income 4 times that of most nations of sub-Saharan Africa. Its reliance on the resource extraction industry, releasing much of the population from extreme poverty. Despite all this, Gabon has an estimated unemployment rate of 22.3%. 9. Libya. Over 95% of export earnings and 60% of GDP come from the petroleum industry, which is the main driver of Libya's economy. Due to its low population and oil revenues, Libya has one of the highest nominal per capita GDPs in Africa. With all the natural resources and the efforts the government puts to fight unemployment, Libya still has 19.6% unemployment rate. 10. Namibia. Namibia is a large country in southern Africa that borders the South Atlantic Ocean, between Angola to the north and South Africa to the south. Namibia is world famous for the highest dunes in the world at Sossusvlei and for the Etosha National Park, one of the world's greatest conservation areas. The official name of Namibia is Republic of Namibia, with an estimated unemployment rate of 21.7%. 11. Nigeria. The nickname Africa's Giant for Nigeria refers to its nearly 200 million inhabitants. Nigeria is the most populous nation in Africa. It is also the most populous black nation in the world, ranking 8th among those with the largest populations. Nigeria has a booming economy with many mega projects ongoing, but because of its large population, it has a 33.3% unemployment rate. 12. Rwanda. A successful government policy has led to a quick industrialization of Rwanda's economy. Its economy is diversified. The economic boom that Rwanda has experienced since the early 2000s has raised the standard of living for many Rwandans. Still, Rwanda has an estimated unemployment rate of 16.5%. 13. South Sudan. South Sudan became the world's newest country and Africa's 55th nation on the 9th of July 2011. As of 2019, South Sudan's economy had a GDP of $3,681 billion, making it one of the most oil-dependent economies in the world. Oil accounts for 98% of the country's annual operating budget, as well as 80% of its GDP. Despite having sufficient natural resources, it has a lot of livestock and very fertile agricultural land. The unemployment rate of South Sudan is 13.9%. 14. Sudan. The economy of Sudan has boomed on the back of increases in oil production, high oil prices, and large inflows of foreign direct investment until the second half of 2002. Agriculture was formerly the predominant activity in Sudan, although its share of the labor force gradually declined as other sectors of economic activity expanded. The minimum working age in the early 2000s was 18 in theory. However, the law was not enforced, and some 27% of Sudanese children, aged 10 to 14, were estimated to be in the labor force. The unemployment rate of Sudan is 13.90%. 15. Tunisia. Tunisia, officially the Republic of Tunisia, is the northernmost country in Africa. With a rich history and culture, the economy of Tunisia is in the process of being eased up after decades of heavy state direction and participation in the country's economy. Prudent economic and fiscal planning have resulted in moderate but sustained growth for over a decade. It has an estimated unemployment rate of 16.1%. 16. Zambia. Zambia is a landlocked nation in southern Africa. It is home to a wide variety of animals and has numerous parks and safari locations. The renowned Victoria Falls are located on its border with Zimbabwe. In 2011, Zambia, a developing nation, attained middle-income status. Zambia's economy experienced one of the continent's fastest growth rates during the first decade of the 21st century, and Lusaka, the country's capital, experienced the fast urban growth within the Southern African Development Community. Due to declining copper prices, sizable fiscal deficits, and energy scarcities, Zambia's economy has stagnated in recent years. Zambia has an estimated unemployment rate of 13.0%. 17. Algeria. The economy of Algeria expanded by 1.4% in 2018, up from 4.1% in 2016, with growth driven mainly by the recovering oil and gas sector. Algeria is a North African nation with a Saharan desert interior and a Mediterranean coast. Here, there are remnants from many empires, including the historic Roman ruins in Tipaza by the sea. Algeria has 45 million people, making it the 9th most populous nation in Africa and the 32nd most populous nation overall. It has an estimated unemployment rate of 12.7%. 18. Somalia. Africa's easternmost nation is Somalia, located on the Horn of Africa. It stretches northward from the Gulf of Aden to just south of the equator and holds a crucial geopolitical position between sub-Saharan Africa and the nations of Arabia and southwestern Asia. Somalia is characterized by a severe lack of basic economic and social statistics, according to the African Development Bank. Although data was frequently unreliable, even before Somalia's state failure, the civil war and institutional collapse have made the situation worse, with an estimated unemployment rate of 19.9%. 19. Gambia. Agriculture is the mainstay of the Gambia's economy. The Gambia's agriculture industry is limited, and there are few substantial mineral or other natural resources. Farming and livestock raising provide a living for around 75% of the people. Small-scale manufacturing produces items such as peanuts, fish, and animal skins. Gambia has an estimated unemployment rate of 11.2%. 20. Egypt. Officially the Arab Republic of Egypt, it is a transcontinental country spanning the northeast corner of Africa. An estimated 51.2% of Egyptians are under the age of 25, with just 4.3% over the age of 65, making it one of the most youthful populations in the world. It has an estimated unemployment rate of 12.7%. 21. Eritrea. Eritrea, officially the state of Eritrea, is a country in Eastern Africa's Horn of Africa area, with Asmara as its capital and largest city. Sources disagree as to the current population of Eritrea, with some proposing numbers as low as 3.6 million and others as high as 6.7 million. Eritrea has never conducted an official government census. According to world meta-elaboration of the latest United Nations data, the current population of Eritrea is 3.6 million, with an estimated unemployment rate of 8.0%. 22. Morocco. Morocco's economy is viewed as essentially liberal, regulated by supply and demand principles. Since 1993, Morocco has launched a privatization agenda of previously government-controlled economic sectors. Morocco, with the 5th biggest African economy in terms of GDP, has emerged as a key player in African economic affairs. It has an estimated unemployment rate of 11.2%. 23. Mauritania. Officially the Islamic Republic of Mauritania, it is a sovereign state in northwest Africa. It is bordered by the Atlantic Ocean to the west, Western Sahara to the north, and northwest. Despite the fact that frequent droughts in the 70s and 80s forced most nomads and subsistence farmers into cities, Mauritania's economy remains primarily based on agriculture and livestock. Mauritania has significant iron ore deposits, which account for more than half of total exports. It has an estimated unemployment rate of 11.5%. 24. Mali. The economy of Mali is based to a large extent upon agriculture, with a mostly rural population engaged in subsistence agriculture, with an estimated unemployment rate of 7.7%. 25. Central African Republic. The Central African Republic is a landlocked country in Central Africa. It is bordered by Chad to the north, Sudan to the northeast. The economy of the Central African Republic is $2,321 billion by GDP as of 2019, with an estimated annual per capita income of just $805, as measured by purchasing power parity in 2019, with an estimated unemployment rate of 6.60%. 26. Kenya. Kenya is an East African country with a coastline on the Indian Ocean. It consists of savanna, lakelands, the magnificent Great Rift Valley, and mountain highlands. Kenya is a lower middle-income economy. Although Kenya's economy is the largest and most developed in Eastern and Central Africa, it has an estimated unemployment rate of 5.70%. 27. Sierra Leone. Officially the Republic of Sierra Leone, it is a country on the southwest coast of West Africa. It is bordered by Liberia to the southeast. Sierra Leone's GDP was $4.082 billion in 2018. Sierra Leone's economy has been progressively improving since the civil war ended in 2002, with GDP growth rates ranging from 4 to 7%, with an estimated unemployment rate of 5.3%. These are the 27 African countries with the highest unemployment rate. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And don't forget to tap on the notifications bell so as to be notified every time we post a new video.